Hey everyone, I guess I should finally speak on this because I'm the stepdaughter. The one whose stepfather refused to pay for my wedding because I wanted my actual father to walk me down the aisle.
Huh?
Let me start with this. I know people in the comments think I'm ungrateful or spoiled or whatever, but this is my father. Flawed, yes. Inconsistent, yes. But he's still my father, and no one can ever replace that. Life is short, and I didn't want to look back on my wedding day and regret not us both being there. And no one can ever replace that. Life is short. Life is short, and I didn't want to look back at my wedding day and regret not giving both of us that moment. My husband actually said it first. Babe, your real dad should walk you down the aisle. And that hit me. Like, yeah, he should. For everything he didn't do, that's still my dad. That's still the man whose DNA I carry. And one moment doesn't erase the damage, but it does mean something to me. And yes, I did tell my stepfather he could walk me down the aisle. I'm not gonna lie. I did say that. And at the time, it felt right. He's been there for me for years. School, rides, money, everything. He was stable when my dad wasn't. So yeah, I said it. But after talking with my fiance, I realized I wanted something different. And I should have told my stepdad. Yes, I should have pulled him aside. But I didn't know how to say it without hurting him. So it slipped out at the dinner table. And yeah, that was wrong. I'm gonna take the blame for that. But I'm not apologizing for wanting my real father to be there at my wedding. And everyone keeps talking about it. Like, everybody keeps talking about the money like I was trying to use him, but I wasn't. I'm just used to him being there. He's never told me no. He paid for school, my car, everything I needed. So was I wrong for thinking that he'd help with the wedding too? He's always helped me. I thought that he wanted to. I wasn't thinking about money. I was thinking about my wedding.
Wait, he just heard her talking about cheating in his own car. Bro, the way his face changed says everything. At first she's calling a joke, but then the phone stays glued to her hand, and suddenly nobody knows what's going on. Then he starts tracking her location and asking who she's with. Nah, this went from a normal date to a full detective investigation real quick. And now somebody's apparently outside the house. Yeah, this is about to get messy.
Stand that part. My mom didn't pressure me. She didn't force anything, any of this. She helped me plan. She supported me. How was she supposed to tell me not to invite my father, even though that's what I wanted? She just wanted me to be happy, her daughter. I'm not trying to bash him. I just wanted to come online and give my side. I love my stepfather, I really do. But I love my father too, even with all his mistakes. And on my wedding day, I chose what my heart would want. And if that makes me wrong, then okay. But I'm not finna apologize for wanting my dad to walk me down the aisle. That's it, and that's all. Okay, y'all, that's all I really wanted to say, and I hope that clears up everything, that I was not using my dad. I was not using my stepdad. I just wanted my real dad to have a moment with me. Okay, bye, guys.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here.
The a-hole for refusing to pay for my stepdaughter's wedding because her real daddy is the one that's gonna walk her down the aisle. So let me tell you guys about my stepdaughter, all right? She wants her real daddy to walk her down the aisle. Now let me give you a little backstory on me and my stepdaughter. She just graduated from university, which I paid for. Now, she went to an in-state university, but it still cost me about $40,000. Now, I also bought her a car. I bought her a car straight after high school. That way she could go back and forth to school. I bought her a car. She still lives with me and her mother. She does not have a job. Now, she's set to be married on August the 8th. And for the past 6 months, that's all her mother been talking about doing. Being occupied with, being consumed most of their time. Now, her daddy, he don't contribute to not 1 cent on her. Not her education, not child support, which is partly her mother's fault because, you know, she didn't fight for that. And I guess that's just what the settlement was. And he only around to make promises. I do that for you, I do this for you, and then take off. And then she'd be heartbroken. But she adores her father, right? So, like I said, she's set to be married in August. And the wedding venue, I told them they could have it in my home. The wedding venue can hold about 250 people, right? Now I said, hey, I got a list of 20 people that I want to come.
Okay, now he's being asked how much he trusts his girl, and he says 75%. 75. Bro, that's not trust, that's a trial subscription. Then they hand him the phone, and suddenly Snapchat becomes classified government information. Wait, why are we allowed to see everything except the chat? And then Trent's name pops up. His whole energy changes instantly. He started this confident, but now he's staring at that phone like it personally betrayed him. And we haven't even seen the worst part yet.
To the wedding. I'm paying for this at my house. I want these 20 people to come. Do y'all know Saturday, I see one of my friends at the golf course, right? He's supposed to come to the wedding. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna see you at the wedding, right? He said, I only got an announcement. I didn't get an invite. I'm like, nah. I'll let my girlfriend and stepdaughter know to send out the invitations on these few people, and you're supposed to get an invite. He said, I got something, but it was an announcement. So we walked to his car because I want to check, right? And sure enough, it was an announcement.
But why? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
So I went and talked to my girlfriend and said, did you invite those 20 people to the wedding that I told you about? Man, she didn't invite none of them. She said 250 people was a little tight, and I don't think we can get your 20 people in there. Man, I was pissed. And the people that were supposed to come, they pissed as well. Then she's gonna say if any of the people that we already invited don't RSVP, then we'll get some of your people in here. I'm like, what? Man, that's crazy, man. Don't even worry about it, man. I'll just be mad. All right? So now, the crazy part about it is, when I check the invitations, they don't even have my name on them. They have her real daddy and her on the invitation that I paid for. I paid for these invitations. How you got a real daddy on there, her mama on there?
Emotional, damn it!
Cool. Couple days later, I'm hosting the venue at my house, hosting the wedding family at my house, okay? It's me, stepdaughter, girlfriend, groom, and their parents, right? Trying to help everybody get real acquainted. Then a surprise guest shows up. My stepdaughter's real daddy. And I'm like, you know what? You know what, cool. He probably just coming to the wedding, right? But tell me why my stepdaughter proceeds to stand up and announce that her real daddy is giving her away at the wedding. What? The daddy don't do nothing for you? It's giving you away? Ah, and they were just so happy and smiling. Ah, yay, great. Inside, I was fuming. Inside, I wanted to cry or punch somebody. Probably wanted to do both, honestly. So I took that time to stand up and give a toast as well. I said, you know, I owe the groom and the bride a deep debt of gratitude because they have opened my eyes tonight. Oh, everybody at the table was just smiling. They have let me know that my position.
This woman's explanation just keeps getting worse. She says it started as a friendship with her married coworker because he sent memes and told her she was smart, funny, kind, and pretty. I mean, that's how these things start, right? We're just friends. Then the compliments become emotional support, then relationship problems get shared, and suddenly we're talking topless pictures. Wait, did she really call that an emotional affair? That's not a friendship with a little extra seasoning. That's a whole relationship hiding behind a work log.
This in this family is not what I thought it was. Oh, you should have saw the frowns, man. Now they mad. It done got serious. I let them know I am not the godfather, or, you know, the head of the family that I thought I was, the loved one that would be seeked out in times of need. Nah. I realized I'm an ATM.
It's an evil world we live in.
Yeah. So, since I have been replaced as host of the wedding, I shall be giving my financial duties to the new host. And I will back out monetarily. Yeah. Yep. Now, after the announcement, a whole lot of snickering was going on around the table, right? A lot of mumbling. But they didn't say anything to me. Nobody addressed me now. Now, later that night, tell me why my girlfriend gonna come to me talking about how I'm ruining so much. How I'm ruining so much for backing out. And how her daughter ain't gonna have her dream wedding. And how her daughter ain't this and that. Okay, well, it's apparent that I'm not family in this family. So the family should take care of it, right? That's my stepdaughter. I mean, it ain't even my stepdaughter, really. It's my girlfriend. I just happen to be around her for the last 10 years. But tell me why the next day, my girlfriend trying to show me how much I'm ruined, right? She takes me to where they planning the wedding, and the wedding planner showed me, you know, all the things they got going down, everything they got set up. I look at the venue. They got some father-daughter dances, right? 3 songs. All of them cater to her real dad, not me. I looked at the food they got. 2 of the dishes got stuff I'm allergic to in it. I just started laughing. Like, they want me to pay for this? His name on it, not mine. His songs, not mine. The food, I can't eat the food. And the 20 people out of 250 that I wanted, they can't even come in my house? Wow. Okay. It's wild, man. So I went on ahead and let her know I will not be there, and neither will my money. Yeah. And they would no longer be at my house either. And you would no longer be at my house or your daughter. Because, yeah, I'm not family. I'm not even important enough to be put up on the brochure. It's crazy, man. Yeah.
This next story is insane. This man is in Korea, sending money for rent, furniture, and moving his family to Louisiana. Then he calls the night before the move and gets told, "I'm not going." What? She used the money and decided to move herself and their daughter to Dallas with somebody she met online. The judge's expression basically says, "Ma'am, please think about what you're saying." And when the judge brings the child into it, the excuses suddenly aren't looking so convincing. Yeah, this is getting serious.
For refusing to pay for my daughter's wedding post, okay? Reddit wouldn't allow me, their moderators wouldn't allow me to post an update. So here's for you guys who wanted an update on this, okay? The reason I refused to pay for my stepdaughter's wedding is because she lied to me and said I would walk her down the aisle, but instead she told her in-laws at dinner while I was present that she actually wanted her dead father to walk her down the aisle. Now, my fiance claimed that he's apparently verbally abusive and refused to pay child support. And a lot of shit's happened since then. So we got a lot to talk about. Now, I probably should have mentioned this in my previous. Know that I want to plan the wedding. It was all my fiance and stepdaughter's planning. Well, a lot of you guys have been concerned about the price of the wedding, okay? And you made me concerned. So some of you guys have asked about it. And so I asked my fiance about the planning of the wedding. And I came to the conclusion that from asking her that I've just been a check to my fiance and stepdaughter this entire time. Now, the planning, the actual wedding itself, it costs $40K, which I understood because there are over 400 plus guests, okay? But the rest of it was $160,000 spent on a honeymoon to Dubai. And in this list of people, it had my fiance, her sister's family, my stepdaughter, her man, along with his family. And this invitation disgusted me. Her father. At that point, I went ballistic. I never agreed to pay for no honeymoon, only for a wedding. And the money was supposed to be for the newlyweds. And my fiance said this so calmly and expected me to be okay with it. You understand? Paying for somebody else's holidays. How can she say this so calmly to invite a man that she claimed who refused to pay child support and said he was verbally abusive? You understand? So I lost my cool, needless to say. I told her that her and her daughter took advantage of me and my money, and they were selfish, especially to leave their two young daughters alone with me. I work more than 40 plus hours a week on my business. You understand? I don't know where she got the idea to invite her family the way she did, and the dude actually tried to lay his hands on me years ago. He lucky he's alive today. You understand? So anyway, I told her, you and your daughter got 7 days to get out of.
Wait, imagine planning a surprise night out for your wife, dropping the kids off, making reservations, and coming home to a truck you don't recognize outside your house. Then he hears voices upstairs. Bro's heart is probably trying to escape through his chest. He quietly walks upstairs, sees enough to know exactly what's happening, and just freezes. No screaming, no dramatic entrance, just standing there recording everything. Then he finds the guy's wallet and takes pictures of his ID. I mean, this man went straight into evidence collection mode.
So no more of my money could be usurped from me. And I began the refund process. I contacted all the venues. They were actually really nice. But it'll take a couple of working days, maybe a week or so, for me to get my refund. Now, for the tickets to Dubai, let's just say I'm a lucky because they actually gave me the refund for the tickets, which was $75,000, okay?
Yes! Hell yeah!
Now, the tickets were unused, and that brought excitement to me. Now, it hurt thinking about how these people who haven't worked as hard as me thought it would be a good idea to use my hard-earned money on first-class tickets to Dubai. My fiance told her daughter that I refunded the wedding, and she didn't take it well at all. I won't go into too much detail about that, but because I've talked long enough, but I was petty. And I told her that your real dad can pay for it. This has been a show of the last few months. I can't see my 2 young children every day now, and I've lost my fiance. But that's okay. But the good news is I got a son who's 25, who just had a baby, who chose to give his son my surname. At least that's showing some appreciation for me. You understand? At least somebody appreciates me.
That's what I'm talking about.
But I'm telling you, man, I'll never do this again. I was played, and I didn't go into even half of all the things that they spent money on. You understand? But that's for all of you guys asking for an update. Let me know what you guys think.
Meanwhile,
I know a lot of you guys were saying that because she wasn't actually my wife, I should have never done those things, and how can I feel that way and she's not technically my wife? Listen, y'all, I love that woman. And regardless if we had actual paperwork or not, I treated that woman like my wife. I took care of her and her daughter. Do you understand? So miss me with all of that. You understand? Paperwork don't mean everything. I call her my fiance because I was going to marry that woman. Okay? In hindsight, you might say, well, I should have made sure that we had legal paperwork and all this stuff before I did the things a man's supposed to do, but I just don't see it that way. And regardless, I shouldn't have been treated that way. I don't think that's a good excuse.
And now we've officially entered relationship court. First, she says the online relationship was a one-time lapse of judgment. Then another couple explodes over Tinder, and the excuse is it was fake. Sure, except the evidence is sitting right there. Then comes the divorce prank with the house papers, and suddenly she's being asked to sign documents she definitely didn't expect. But the final argument might be the wildest. She says her husband is basically family only because of a piece of paper. Sigh, that's brutal. If this chaos entertained you, hit like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.